answer questions, right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody Euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set, ready. 30 base, let's go. Go defense. Let's go defense. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Alpha.
2nd and 4. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready, break.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Go. Get him. Get him.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Now watch one. Watch one.
New Mike 52.
To throw on second down. Love looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Love. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
We got this.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready. Go to base. Let's go. Come on. You got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right. The line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Quit talking about it. Let him bring it. Check it back. Check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Even. 4 down. Even.
2nd and 9 now. This is Shepard on the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
To Sterling Shepard. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hustle, hustle. Watch 57's right. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better run it.
2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Taylor. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Exit. Set 33. 33. So we got man.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Packers' 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Reed. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Ready, go.
The give to Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
lining, 15 lining.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Just like that.
On third down, Love. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with his field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They run with Taylor. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
to the air on second down. Love. And he comes back with one complete.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Love. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 5-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
you have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down.
Second and 6. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a game of 10. First down, Packers.
Back to throw now on first down. This is White on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
Let's go! 18 data. What we got?
They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
15 Lonnie. Watch the screen.
Off play action. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike spot 9.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go, baby. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Taylor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
64, weak. Slam, slam, slam. Dog, dog.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
It's now fourth and goal.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal of 19 yards.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having him to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Check 50. Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
Second and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be complete.
Michael Thomas, incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 50 seconds to mine. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Running out of the gun with White. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
I'm coming after you. Go. For you. I'm coming after you.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got White here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Anderson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally different.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. when to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw. Love. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Nice 7, let's go. Check my 33. Ready.
On 4th down, Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.Y. Hilton. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, a run from White. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
To throw from his end zone. Love. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. The ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Back to throw. He's got it to Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Back to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
61.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with